What's up, beautiful people? In this video, I will be cleaning my Spiderfarm Hydroponics system using this here product and one more other. Let's get to it. What's up, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of Don't Keep Up With the Joneses. 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 What's up, beautiful people? It's me, Ricky Jones Jr., back again for another video. And like I said, we will be cleaning out the Spiderfarm Hydroponic system, which I cleared out the other day by taking the kale that was growing in it out to the raised bed in the back, in which you can go look at that video if you haven't seen it already. And of course, I will be doing some updates on a specific Friday. I'm not going to say which one because I do want to make sure that it's update worthy, right? I don't want to show you something that looks like what it already looked like, or else it's not an update, right? But nonetheless, let's go ahead and clean it, because you may be getting a hydroponic system. You may be trying to figure out, how do I clean this bad boy? Well, it is easy, it is simple, and I want to help you do so. Well, when you do, give it a clean. Let's go! Alright, and so the first thing that you want to do in order to get to even this point is that you want to go ahead and take away the power source, which of course is in the back. And then from here, what you want to do is take away the light source as well, because you don't want that in the way in the area, which is just a simple pull up, right? Of course, we love the Spiderfarm system because of its simplicity of detachment and all that good stuff, in which I do want to be able to show you all what the water all looks like and such as well. We're going to just remove these leaves, which they can be tossed out because they're dead ultimately, and they'll just biodegrade. And so what we want to do is, again, take off another source, which is the power source at the bottom. Again, while we love the Spiderfarm hydroponic system as well, because boom shakalaka, that can go right back to the area in which you were growing your food, because you don't need this. Everything that we're cleaning is going to be right here, right? And then at this point, what we want to do, let me move this on this side and this on this side, is because we want to go ahead and take out the plastic cups and all where the roots and things were growing before. As you all can see, is some dead roots here, which the plant died some time ago, but the roots continue to live on because they were still getting water, they were still getting nutrients. And this root system is very, very long, and you know, it's all good. It's all good. The plant didn't make it, wow. But the roots continue to thrive, which is pretty cool to see, right? Even without the plant, the roots still do what they do. And so we're just gonna go ahead and remove that out. And then of course, we remove the top area, and you won't be able to see it, but there is a hint of green in here just because of the fact that, you know, there was light shining through where the holes weren't filled with anything. Light was coming through even in these areas. There was light, so, you know, a little bit of algae had started to form, but nothing too serious, nothing too dangerous. And, you know, so we're good. We're good to go. So I can separate this. We're going to go ahead and empty out the reservoir water here. And, yeah, I'm going to show you what to do with these and this, as well as, of course, this. Okay, so now that that's emptied out, the here situations are still the same. And so what we're going to do is add a little bit of soap to both areas, right? And then we're also going to use some hydroperoxide, okay? And so you may be wondering why, Ricky. Well, just as it disinfects a cut or wound for the body, so will it also help with the disinfecting of these here sponge areas, but then also the growing area as well, in which we do want the disinfecting to take place, because we don't want any mixing of algae roots and things like that when I do see the new seedlings and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and add water, and then we'll get to clean it, right? And then we should have a clean system thanks to this. All right, so of course we have our handy dandy little scraper situation, which you can also use a toothbrush as well, which I will actually use a toothbrush. The idea just came to mind. But nonetheless, we just of course want to take apart the sponge area from the little plastic holder piece, which that came across, or excuse me, apart also very easily. When it's wet, it usually does. So don't worry, don't fret if initially when you go to pull it apart and it's like, oh man, no, it's not doing it. Well, hey, just put a little soap, a little water, and then we also know the hydrogen peroxide is in the loop as well, in the mix as well. And so that's gonna help, again, to keep everything nice, sanitized, and clean. And of course, even the soap that I use is like the one with the, I think it's called, what is it? It's right here. The antibacterial soap. All right, and so that's gonna be very helpful to keep everything nice and clean and sanitized. Ultimately is what you want. You want to rid the little plastic pieces from the algae or anything like that that may have grown during the process of the last crops, if you will, or your last food, whatever it is that you're growing, be it food, be it herbs, be it flowers, right? You just want to detach what was from what will be so that everything that starts to grow can have a beautiful, clean start, okay? And so really, you can just rub it with your hands. It pretty much cleans off very well, being that it's plastic. And again, it's in the mixture solution as shown. Oh, this is the one with the caked on roots. I'm gonna save the worst for last, right? Oh man, it's two that are bad. Okay. Boom. All right, so boom. There's two that aren't bad, two that are bad, and then I'll even be able to show you all if the sponges did make it through the process, which I don't think they will. They did say that they are reusable. It was advertised as reusable, but you know, hey, things happen, stuff occurs, changes are made, right? So let's pull out the one with the heavy root system, which I'm gonna toss the roots. I don't want to add it back to the water because it could, you know, make other things that don't need to be. Boom. And so the roots are what binds the sponge medium to the plastic, and again, giving it a nice rub, right? Because the beautiful thing about our hands is that we have fingerprints, and our fingerprints are grooves, and the grooves are what help to clean things. And so even as it does here, you can also do it in your sink. I don't know if you've known that, but you can just use your hand to clean your sink, and it'll do a fabulous job in the process. And so again, removing the roots is the goal right here. And then boom shakalaka, it comes out, which I'm gonna just go ahead and set that to the side, as I should have did the other one. But of course, we learn when doing, and some of us learn by watching, like you. So that was smart. All right, and so that's nice and clean as well. And then let's look at the sponge scenario. Oh, there's one more, which you can buy a kit where you can, you know, get replacement of these. I'll put a link down for that. Or you just may want to continue to reuse. Now, if you do reuse the sponge, make sure you clean off the top areas, because that is where the algae and things like that can start to form and grow, and which you don't want to, you know, bring that along the journey for your new, right? And so just making sure that's all wrung out. I'll soak these in water as well, in which they did last. Even this one felt like it had roots attached to it initially. Again, just making sure the top nice and cleared out. You don't have to worry about the roots, quite honestly, that may be in the hole. So don't fret, don't worry. Just give it a squeeze, a little soak again, squeeze, move on. All right, so they do last. I didn't have any false expectations as to why it wouldn't, or what would be the outcome between the two growing cycles, but nonetheless, here it is. At this point, for added measure, I'm just going to go ahead and soak these bad boys in some hydrogen peroxide as well as water, because there was quite a bit of algae buildup along the top of these sponge scenarios. So really, I could just turn them all upside down instead of trying to like engulf the you know, the little beaker scenario. So hey, this is just a little extra bonus for them. Not again necessary for you, maybe not, you know, maybe so, but nonetheless, boom, looks like this. They're just all sticking up, just making sure the tops are getting that hydrogen peroxide cleaning. Now we're gonna get to the base, in which this is the water reservoir area. This is where all of the magic happens. Without this doing what it needs to do, obviously we won't get the food, the fruits, the herbs, the flowers, whatever it is that you're growing in your hydroponic system to be what it is. So of course, we're gonna separate all pieces as and when necessary. And just make sure everything is nice and clean, right? But then also with this water, we're also gonna clean the side pieces, right? The top white piece. It's just funny saying side piece, especially being a married man. But anyway, we're just gonna clean this here side area where you use this as you know, add more water or add food to the reservoir, right? And so this goes at the top, the white piece for the system, which boom shakalaka is this piece. And of course, using the same water reservoir, we're just gonna take that mixture of soap and hydrogen peroxide and give everything a nice clean, okay? Knowing that not only is it being clean, but it's also being, sanitized as well with the hydrogen peroxide. And then of course, don't forget the back. The back needs gloves too, right? We want it all clean. Really eliminating the old, making way for what's new, what's to come. Making sure everything is nice, clean, and ready for that. All right. Give that a rinse. Give this a nice rub down, of course, with my hand. As we talked about the benefits of using your hand when cleaning. Of course, I'll run some clean water in here just to, you know, run the system, making sure everything is nice and clean. The bubbles are out, the suds are out, the soap is out, and all that good stuff. And then we'll be good to grow again, right? So now, of course, we reapply each piece where it's supposed to go, putting that back in here, this back here, that back there. And like I said, I'm just gonna run the system like this and just let it, you know, run through, and then it'll be good to go. All right, great people. So I put the system back where it was previously, and then I wanted to even show you all here. Look, there are some fuzzles, some buzzles, some bubbles, and things like that, as it would do if you were to use peroxide on your skin. So that lets me know it is doing its cleaning thing, which I'm also excited that I took the extra step in doing just this, in which you probably want to do it as well. And so now with this being done, I can soak these bad boys in water, put them back in the plastic, and then get ready to seed again or grow my seedlings from you know, wherever, and let it do what it does in the hydroponic system going forward. So all that being shown, all that being said, great people, you can clean yours too. Just take the time. You know, it was probably about 30 minutes, truth be told, 25 to be certain, and you'll be able to clean yours and have yours ready to go for our next round of growing. Okay, great people. So I love you all. I appreciate you all. And remember, you can find all these various things that was used down in the comment section. I link them for you for your beneficial purpose. And so, hey, love you. See you next time. Peace. Ooh.